Hey, Bold Dreamers, happy Tuesday. For those of you who are live, you know that it's Bold Action Tuesday. And just to be clear, this is me taking bold action. These Facebook Lives aren't something that I'm used to, but in my 2-week goal setting, in my 2-week sprints, I decided and set a goal to do 3 of these, and that's going to help me step toward my dream. That was my dog Piper, if you heard that, excuse her. But, so you're going to be seeing me. I did one last Friday and I'm doing one tonight, but this is me taking bold action toward my dream. And tonight I just wanted to jump on quickly and ask you this question. And that question is, do you make your move before you're ready? Do you make your move before you're ready? And in this great little book, U Squared, Pritchett talks about some important things. And if you don't have this book, it is worth every penny you spend on it. But the chapters are about this long. They're 1 page long, so I'm sure you can get through it. But I want to encourage you to get this book if you don't have it. But Pritchett says, make your move before you're ready. And I want to talk to you about 3 ideas about making your move before you're ready. Because we know that it's in taking bold action that we get to move toward our dream. You know, we have that big, bold dream, and we want to be a bold dreamer. But if that dream's just on paper, I mean, that's a great first step, but it's not really helping us to move toward that. And it's in the action and that transformation happens. It's in the action that we get to grow into this person, that we get to flex our muscles and flex our determination and learn different strategies and grow into the person that we need to be to really manifest that dream and bring it into our lives. So the first idea that Pritchett presents is to don't get bogged down in getting prepared. Don't get bogged down in getting prepared. You know, we get into this place of analysis paralysis, and we want everything lined up before we make that first move. I've heard it said, a lot of people have high RPMs and low MPHs. So, their engines are revving, but really they're just spinning their tires. They're not covering any distance and taking action toward their goal. And Pritchett says, really that's just a stalling technique. And it's a technique that has its roots in anxiety. And I can tell you that, I was scheduled to do this earlier in the day, but I've been stalling. There's fear that's standing in the way of being on here, but here I am. And I'm doing it. So don't get bogged down in getting ready. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. And you can climb Mount Everest with baby steps, but you have to be willing to take that step. The second concept that he talks about is whatever you need will come to you as you go. Whatever you need will come to you as you go. And I'm reminded, I played college soccer and I love playing soccer. And, if we were scheduled to play in North Carolina on Saturday, we may, the bus might be scheduled to leave Friday morning at 6 a.m. We would have to be ready. And so Thursday night, most of my teammates would be packing our bags. And I would take, very careful steps to pack my bag because I wanted to make sure I had my cleats, my shin guards, my away socks, my shorts, my jersey, my warm-up uniform, all of that stuff, everything that I needed to be ready for that trip. Now, many times we would get on the bus Friday morning at 6 o'clock, to leave, and it's still dark and everybody's really groggy, and our coach would be checking off names, and inevitably he would end up saying, where's Dudley? And Laura Dudley oftentimes overslept. And so we'd drive the big charter bus right through college campus, right up to her dorm. And I would run in and pound on the door, and she would answer the door, half awake. And I'd say, Dudley, come on, the bus is here. And in 3 minutes, she would be on the bus. She would grab a couple of things, including her toothbrush, because she wouldn't have brushed her teeth yet. And she would jump on the bus, half prepared. And we'd get to North Carolina to play soccer, and Dudley would be saying, oh my word, I forgot my cleats. And somebody would lend her cleats, or she would use, the one reserve jersey that we had in case somebody got injured and, got blood on their uniform. Dudley would end up using that. But she really trusted the fact that whatever she needed would be provided for her. And as we move toward our dream and take bold action toward our dream, trust that whatever you need will come to you as you go. The third concept is this concept of first taking action and then frame the strategy or the plan as you go. We want to have all of our ducks in a line as we go. But Pritchett says first take action, and out of taking action and stepping toward your dream, you step into this discovery phase. And as you step into that discovery phase, what happens is that you get a clearer idea about what you need to do next. And, it just reminds me of a story. When I moved into my house, one of the things that I absolutely couldn't stand about the house is that it had carpet in the kitchen, like right up to the dishwasher and the sink and the stove. There was this carpet, and I dealt with it for about 11 months, but I despised it. And one night I was out with friends and I got home at 11 or 11:30, and for some reason the carpet spoke to me that night, and I took out a utility knife and made about an 8-foot X right down through the middle of the room. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't know what kind of floor I wanted. I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. None of those things were in place. But when I took that action, guess what? In a couple of weeks, I ended up getting a new floor that I now love because I took the action. Laura Langmeyer says, she sold her book. She pre-sold her book. And then after she pre-sold it, then she started writing it. One of my mentors encourages us, to put a stake in the ground, schedule the webinar and then build the content. Schedule that meeting with your boss that you've been, kind of dreading having, and then figure out what you're going to say, or plan the cruise and then figure out how you're going to pay for it. But if we want to really step toward our dream, we need to be willing to take bold action towards our dream. So again, Pritchett says, don't get bogged down in getting prepared. Whatever else you need will come as you go along, and first take action. And in taking that action, we're able to develop a coherent plan and strategies for what we need to move forward. So I just want to invite you to take a look at your life and look at those places, where can you make your move before you're ready? Where can you kind of step out in faith? There's a great quote, that says, when we come to the edge of the light we know, faith is knowing that one of two things will happen. Either you'll be given solid ground to stand on, or you'll be taught how to fly. And it's really trusting, that when we take bold action, we grow the wings that we need to and evolve into the people that we need to become to achieve our dreams. So look at your own life and think about where can you make that move before you're ready. And I just want to invite you to drop it into the comment box below. We don't even have to know what your dream is, but feel free to share an action step that you'd take this week. So, hey Bridget, good to have you here, and thanks for listening. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.